Hello everyone. We were just talking about how on Sunday we were celebrating our 17th anniversary of being together.
Yeah.
We met on a blind date in Manchester in 2003, wasn't it, Ju?
Yep, our one and only ever blind date for either of us. We were introduced by our friend Helen. I know Helen from school, so I've known Helen since I was 11.
Whereas I met Helen when I was at university. She was a good friend of mine through university.
Yeah, and even though we had quite a lot kind of going against us, Helen decided that maybe we would get on well together, and so she organised for us to meet.
So she gave me a call. I think it might have been in April, to say, might I be interested in meeting this young lady?
Not so young, but okay.
Well, I thought you were young. And so I said I would. She explained that the young lady in question had a little boy who was just over 1 at the time.
Yeah, so a lot of you will know that my first husband had left when I was pregnant with Benjamin, who's now a great big strapping 18-year-old. So I was living with him on my own down in Essex, where I was a teacher. And Andrew was at the other side of the country in Liverpool.
Yeah, so I had not long started a new job at the Liverpool Echo, which meant I was working obviously most days, and I didn't get, because I worked at the weekend, we worked on Saturdays, I didn't get 2 days off in the week. So in a lot of ways it seemed like a bit of a crazy idea to start going out with a woman who lived in Chelmsford.
Yeah, but we prayed about it and decided we would give it a go, just see if we got on. We met and had some drinks together one evening in Manchester, and got on really well, and then talked on the phone a lot after that. And Andrew came down to Chelmsford and visited, and we went to church together. And God just, even though we didn't see each other all that much, we talked a lot on the phone. And Andrew would visit after, really bonkers now, after a shift on a Saturday. You would leave, wouldn't you, about 5 o'clock?
So our Saturday shifts, we were putting together what used to be the Football Echo, which would come out at about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening. So the shift would finish after all the football matches on Saturday afternoon had finished. So I would leave the office at 5:15 and then drive down to Chelmsford on a Saturday night.
Got there about 11.
I would get there about 11 o'clock. And
we'd always get a Kentucky Fried Chicken,
and
sit on the living room floor and eat it at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
And then we go to church the next morning, and then you would leave again.
I would have to leave again
after lunch to go back. So it was tough, but God was every single time, because of what I'd been through in particular. I prayed every single time we were going to meet that God would just confirm to me if this was a relationship that he wanted me to be in. And obviously we had Benjamin to think about. He was about 17 months at the time. So it was a different kind of relationship to one where you know, obviously where you meet before you have kids and things. And we were a bit older as well than a lot of our friends were when they got married. But God just confirmed every single time that we met that it was meant to be. And
really did.
So we were last Sunday, when it was our 17-year anniversary, or blind date anniversary, as you put it. We were just reminded of God's goodness, just how kind he is, how he knows each of us, and he knows our needs. And he knew that, I mean, for me, it was amazing that I could just trust anybody again, really. And he knew that I prayed for a godly husband and for a father, an earthly father for Benjamin.
Yeah, I mean, as well, what I didn't know until we got married is that one of my good friends, who I've known for a long time, who was a very strong Christian, now works as a missionary in another part of the world, she had been praying for me to find a Christian wife who would bring me back to God after having drifted away a little bit. So she could have been talking about Julie when she was telling me what she'd been praying for. So it was amazing.
Yeah.
God is, as Julie says, God is so kind and loving. and it always reminds me of that whenever.
He just meets all of our needs even before we necessarily know what they are.
He does.
So we hope you are okay. We're thinking of you, and we're hoping that we see you soon.
Absolutely.
Okay, take care. God bless.
Care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.